everyone. It's gonna be a good night. So, we did a test stream earlier. We tested the audio. We made sure everything is sounding pretty solid. So I just want to make sure that's going. Yeah. So I'm thinking. All right. Hold on. Sorry, I'm still getting the hang of my stream stuff. It's been 2 years since I've done this, so I got to make sure I know where everything is again. All right. It says I'm live. Connection is excellent. I just can't see the imagery, so that always freaks me out. But we must be good. So yeah, we talked about this earlier. I'll keep saying this as more people like cycle in. I want to give people a few minutes to like get in here and start like interacting and hanging out. But so Twitch, we're no longer doing it as a full-time thing. We got like a really good job. We got a super amazing girlfriend who's in the other room who actually just made me dinner so that I could hit this 8:30 window. She was like, you go in there, you get set up, you do the stuff, you're fucking awesome. And I'm like, God, I love my girlfriend. So she will be making some appearances, by the way. She knows that, like, basically there's a thing on my door that's a whiteboard that's like, hey, I'm streaming, which is basically me just picking on her to be like, hey, like, don't walk in here, like, with, you know what I mean? But, so no. Direction we're taking the channel, let's talk about that. Though, no longer pursuing streaming as, like, a full-time thing. It's now more like I'm developing a video game. I'm going to talk about that more in a little bit once we have like peak viewership in here, like everybody's in here and we're all chatting and stuff. So like 10-15 minutes in, I'll kind of start talking about the concept of the game. I'll like sketch it out a little bit for you guys so we can get everybody up to speed. But yeah, concept is we're making a video game. So this is something I've been wanting to do since I was like 5 years old. Never let myself, hey Loaf, let's go. Seeing you in the chat, we love it. Hey, Loaf, is the music working in the background, or do you just hear me? I just want to make sure that everything's working correctly. Kitty's here, too. Let's go. It's already off to a good stream. Break is coming in a couple seconds, so after the ad break, we'll keep talking. 5 seconds till ad break. See you guys on the other side. You don't hear any? Okay. I gotta figure out how to fix that real quick. Oh. There we go. That'll probably make it work. There we go. Now you guys can hear the music. We hear your voice, no music. There we go. Fuck yeah. Okay. There we go. Oh no, I don't want cheap viewers. I don't have any mods for the bot. That's alright. The bot can chill too. Okay, so basically what we're working on. So we got this awesome little guy. Look at him, like, he's got this little kick-ass, like, I know, right? I've been gone for 2 years and the bots are instantly here. What the fuck? Okay, so we got this cute little guy. No worries, Kitty. Thank you for the heads up. Appreciate that. I'll try not to call you out. Oh, damn. What are you doing for work these days, Kitty? That's awesome. Yeah, so, like, I've got these walking animations for this cute little guy. This is our main character. He's like a little golem. So the whole idea is that you play as a thing called a Luminite. Basically, the game is very color-themed, and so the King of White basically summons you. You're like this cool little colored, or this little soldier of white. Fuck, when did I rename? Like 2 weeks ago? I'm developing a game now, RZ. Have you been? I think so fondly to our Valheim days when I see your name pop up in my chat, RZ. It is so fucking good to see you. Okay, so yeah, I'll just show you guys a couple of the other things that I've worked on real quick for this bad boy. This is super fun. Like, I got a little casting animation, so it's like him casting a little spell. Oh, damn. That's awesome. I love that, Kitty. Good for you, man. I'm glad you're putting that brain in that college to work. Oh, no. Yeah, RZ, sorry. I rebranded everything. There's actually a Discord, too, here. Let me grab the Discord real quick for you. No pressure if you're not interested, but I'm just going to throw an invite at you because I would like to have you here. So, pop this out real quick. So if anyone's not a part of the Discord, this is just going to be for, like, the game development stuff. Most of you are already part of it. People who want to be a part of it, this is me starting the very beginning of my game development journey. I can't find any game company to join yet. Well, hey, when I build up Rain Bullet Studios, you can join me, okay, Kitty? I got you. And Angel, I appreciate you being here. You're awesome. Okay, so let's get a little bit more into this, because I can see a lot of people are starting to pour in here, so I'll keep saying hi as everybody, like, comes in, but, like, I want to talk about the game a little bit. So I'm going to do a little bit of sketching. This will also be good for the VOD. So for those of you who are watching from the VOD, I understand that you have a life and you probably couldn't make it because it was late. So let me draw a picture for everybody, VOD and viewers. Show you guys, like, what the game is all about. So let me do this new painting. Sorry, flashbang coming in. Yeah, dude, yeah, do it, Loke. Work on yours. Hell yeah. Hey, Tricky. I'm glad you're still using the channel action. So here is the concept of the game. There's these 9 regions in this, like, super awesome indeterminate land called Chromadia. And the entire game is very color-themed and color-oriented, so you guys will, like, understand there's, like, a lot of, like, color references. So basically, everybody lives in Chromadia. Everyone's super chill. There's, like, all these different factions, right? Sniped. No worries, you'll get more channel points. I'm streaming again. Now you can get channel points back. So, what color did I not do? I didn't do orange. Okay. Right, is that enough for 8? I'm still missing one. Which one am I missing? Oh, indigo. Indigo's always so tricky. I'll do another one. So basically the idea is that there's these 9 regions in Chromadia. No, I know, dude, orange is the best color, as your name is orange. So here's the whole thing. This is Chromadia, right? So this is, like, the whole game world. Chromadia. Yeah, look at me draw like shit. Let's go. So Chromadia is basically like, it's basically like the 9 regions are in harmony, and then literally it's kind of the whole nation changed when the Fire Nation attacked kind of thing. And with no warning, like, all the nations were in harmony. Black just starts fucking wiping everybody out, and everyone's like, oh, what the fuck, oh my god. Yeah. And so the King of White, he basically is like, hey, I can save a little bit of everybody, and he basically does this really cool spell that puts this prism around a little bit of each of the factions, like, worlds, and is like, all right, I can stop the dark from spilling out. And then the King of White, like, he gets exhausted. A lot of the people of the region of White die, so he creates you. You're a little Luminite. So the idea is he kind of spits you out, and the idea is, for people who've played Remnant 2 has this system where, like, you go up to this crystal and you get to pick, like, these different worlds, and it bounces you to them in, like, a different order. So it's like, sometimes this one's first, sometimes this one is first, but you eventually go through all of them and then go to the big bad at the end, right? So there's 3 worlds. So in my game, you always start at the white world, and it always ends with the black world. And then there's literally 7 different other worlds in between. And in one run, you will get 3 of these worlds randomly before you go. So there's a ton of replay value for all these, like, different worlds and stuff that are happening. But it's like, you always start in the white world, which is like this hub world. Thank you, Tricky. I appreciate that you're complimenting my art. Thank you. So the whole idea, basically, is that the replay value exists, and the white world is like the hub, and the black world is like the final boss. But these other 7 worlds, you're basically going through them, trying to collect the essence of color and banish out the black. And so, like, the black has basically infected the world in some way. So it's like, in the green world is like harmony and tranquility. And so black infects it, and it causes an imbalance. And so it's like, effectively, like, the Great Deku Tree gets infected, and you have to, like, purge the Deku Tree, collect a small bit of the essence of green to bring back to the king. And once you do that through the 3 worlds in your run, or your prism break, because that's what each run is called, as a prism break, and the game is called Prism Break. So the whole idea is, you get 3 random worlds, you clear through them, you get loot that's associated with each world. But the thing is, and we're gonna need another drawing, so hold on, menu, new drawing. We'll save it. I might use this. Story concept? Question mark? Okay. Oh, that's fine. So, the whole thing... Hey, Skulls. Let's go, Noah. Let's go, Noah. Oops, doxed. My bad. So, here's a really big thing about the game. So, the whole thing about Prism Break... Good to see you, Airport. Is that everything in this game functions on the color spectrum. So very roughly, like, I don't follow everything, but the main concept with the color spectrum is that when you're red, you are a slower wavelength, and that means that you have more health, more armor, and that, just imagine that's armor, that's like goofy, and your attacks hit way harder, but way slower. And on the other end over here, you, like, move faster, and, like, your mana and your cooldowns, like, are significantly faster. So the thing is with this game is that you can play a full red build, and you can unlock, like, the red class, and, like, red class will have these skills that are, like, you know, everything is based off of your armor, and, like, you're dealing more damage, but you're slower, but you're really tanky. So it's like your cooldowns are longer, but you hit like a truck. Exactly. No, that's exactly it, Lope, is that it's like red is like a tank, and then violet is like a rogue, and then they all fall into their own unique thing. So, like, red has, like, damage mitigation. Green is like a healer, so it's all about cleansing and debuff and pulling debuffs off of your opponent. Violet is all about making yourself invisible with like a shadow buff and debuff. I need to watermark them, but I do actually have like 270 skills already fleshed out for this game. There's already their passives. I could sit here and mouth regurgitate their passives to you, but I will put some watermarks on them. I'll start posting them in the Discord for you guys to check out. Yeah, exactly. Midi Chung and Big Chung. So the whole thing is when you're playing through the game, you start as the Luminite, right? So you have this one class and like, this is you, right? You're like the little Luminite dude here. So I'll just draw you like, this is you. And this is the class you start with, and you're white, and you have one skill, and you have one passive, and you have one cool little dash ability. How many light armors did I concentrate? Quite a few. I haven't done set bonuses yet, but all the armor already falls on the gradient too. So it's like red, orange, and yellow are your tankier classes, and then blue, indigo, and violet are your like mana and high skill, like more mechanically efficient classes. And green, white, and black, they are playable classes as well. But these three kind of set the middle, and then everything else branches out from here. So actually, I'll draw this while I talk because it'll help people understand kind of what's going on. So like, and each of these classes has like a unique effect or ability that you can do. But here's the thing is, as you go through the game, like let's say you go to the orange world, you can unlock an orange class there, but you get to equip 2 of these bad boys at any time. So now you could play white and orange, or you could play blue and violet. And the thing is, each of these classes has a unique thing to them. So it's like red is all about damage mitigation, like abilities that make you harder to take damage. Is Prison Break a roguelike? I don't think I want it to be. I would be open, especially while we're still in concepting, I would be willing to change my mind. But the idea that I like is a more accessible experience, because like you guys are seeing like the graphic level here. Like this is me learning to animate things for the first time. Oh, he's disappearing. My bad. Oh shit, he's gone. So like, I really like the idea of it making it like Remnant 2 or like Diablo 3, but it's like $5 or $10 and it can run on a toaster. That's kind of what I'm thinking for this game, because I want it to be something that's accessible in all natures. I don't want it to be inherently difficult or hard. I do like the idea of making harder difficulties where like people will have more fun. Like I'm doing a tier system. There's no leveling. It's every tier has a set of gear. And then when you go to the next tier, you have to start collecting gear from that tier. So there's no superficial numbers. There's no bullshit. That's what I'm talking about. See, Loeb's got a toaster, so let's go. So the whole idea is that when you start the game, you literally start as this white class. You're going to get 3 of these worlds randomly, and you might have to play through those. Or there's going to be a reroll system. So if you don't like that, you can reroll it. And so instead of getting bright yellow and, indigo, you might get green, blue, and indigo. And then if you reroll again, you might get violet, yellow, orange. So you are not stuck in any run. Like at any point, you can go back to the hub. Like you can go back here and be like, hey, I don't like this. I want to re-roll because red, I don't like red. It's too hard. It's not enjoyable. Or for my build, I'm not having fun. Or, god damn it, I have tried rolling violet 15 times. You can sit here. There's no currency for this or anything until you re-roll, getting the couple worlds that you want for the build that you're trying to do. So after you go through the world, there's dungeons, there's a mini boss, there's a major boss. You shouldn't call her grandma. Like, no, don't hack the toaster. Please don't hack the toaster. So that's the whole idea, is that I want there to be replay value through this tier system. No, that's perfect. Please use the Mila Note as a template. Like everyone should have a game developer manual, and like, just let me know if you're utilizing stuff from it. Like, I know you're not going to rip me off. I know the majority of the people that are like longtime viewers of this community are not going to like rip me off and like not pay tribute. But like, if you like some ideas, let me know, because I would love to like, play shop with you and bounce ideas off you. That's the whole idea. So yeah, there's these different colors. So you start as white. No, don't rip me off. You start as white. You can unlock these 8 other classes. You build a wavelength from 2 colors. So you can play as white and orange, and every class has a passive, 1 of 3 skills that you can activate, and a dash ability. And the dash ability normally like gives you a buff. So like orange is overheat, which increases your fire rate. So it's like when you dash, you have increased fire rate now. No, don't. Everyone's stealing my ideas. Oh god, no. Oh god, I'm being ripped off. Please. I'm gonna trademark it. I am. I gotta learn how to trademark shit. That's something else I'm learning as I go. Because like, if I lose some of this stuff because I didn't trademark it correctly, like, that's totally fine. Like, that's on me. But yeah, so you go through the game. You collect these classes. Armor also gives you bonuses, so you can go full red. You could go red armor. You could go red weapon. Oh, I should show you guys that. Check this out. Are you guys ready? This is a big thing. This was the first thing I made when I started making this game. Like, I want to say like a month and a half ago. Boom. Projectiles. Check out all of this shit. This probably took me, like, after doing the first set of them, I had to, like, go through and, like, change the colors and make sure the shadings were correct across my color palette. But, like, these are all the different types of weapons your character can use. Right now, we only have 3 of them because we think anything past that will be a little bit nuts. But the idea, again, is red is, like, so rays are, like, your slowest hitter across the board. And then red is the highest damage. Violet is the highest fire rate, but the lowest damage. So you get the idea that it's like, you could play Red Ray, and you're gonna be firing slowly, but you're hitting like a fucking truck. Thank you, Kitty. I really appreciate that. I worked my ass off on this. So it's like, you can start doing these combos, and like, it's really fun because it's like, I want to do things where it's like, if you wear a set of armor, you know, weapons of that same color give you bonus effects. Like maybe it's bonus crit or bonus flat damage, or you get lifesteal or something, you know? So like, I want to make a reason that you might play a color, but outside of that, there's a lot of like, there will be some overlap where it's like, you know, a violet, let me think of a good example. Like a red bolt might be equivalent to like a green ray, right? Because green is lower on the spectrum, so it's firing faster, but dealing less damage. So there will be some overlap. But then I'm going to make it that some armors or some set bonuses might be like, if you're using green rays, when you land a critical, it also applies regen to nearby teammates or stuff like that. So it's like, you have a class that gives you these abilities that have these certain values. Then you can pick armor to further attribute that style of play. So you can go full red. You can do 2 red skills. You can do red armor. You can do, you know, red armor with red set bonuses. And now you are just the fucking tankiest piece of shit ever, where you're just running in, blasting shit really hard, and you're a tank and you're super hard to kill. Or you can go full violet, where you have all these cooldowns and you're moving quickly and you're critting things and you're getting the shadow buff, because every class has a buff and a debuff. I can talk about that in a little bit if people are interested. Teammates, yes. Right now, we are going to look into it because I am using Game Maker. I don't know what the possibilities or workarounds are for multiplayer, but it may not start as multiplayer, but multiplayer is a very, very, very strong factor of this game. So I would like to release an alpha where it's multiplayer. Right now, we're looking at tentatively between 3 and 5 player. I like 3 player. Like Remnant 2 is really good for 3 player. Destiny 2 is good for 3 player. But I would like it to be, I really hate that there's so many games that are 3 or 4 players. I would love to have a 5 player game. Oh, you're good, you're good. You said, like, you just said ignore me. I was like, no, I didn't, but I understand what you're, my bad. No, not 24 player server, 5 player server tops. Like, if anyone here has played Diablo 3, it's like that with the adventure mode map, where you can all go off and do your own thing, but it's 5 people per server, or 4 people per server, but for our game, it would be 5. No, you guys, that's too many players, Dude, oh no. So, now you guys are getting the idea. We've got these skills, right? So, like, you've got armor, you've got skills, you've got classes that have passives, unique dash abilities, they've got buffs and debuffs. So now on top of that, we're gonna take this to fucking 11. Even if you're not hosting one yourself. Okay, I will keep that in mind, thank you. So, the thing that's, I think, really fun about this game, and I will show this, I'll show it on the Mila note, and I hope it doesn't bite me in the ass in the future with game development. So, welcome to the Mila note, guys. We're going in. So, keeping in mind, this is everything else I've worked on for the game. I've already got, like, the worlds figured out. Like, you can see all the worlds are, like, right here. I'm working on all this stuff. I've got the bosses named. I've got, like, the dungeon and everything anatomy. The game is aggressively in conceptual stage. We are, like, this close to moving into actually making a game. There is a dark mode, top right corner. Where is it? View? Export? Where is it? Share? It's not under share. Surely nothing bad will happen, right? Okay. Sorry, I'm catching up on chat real quick on the multiplayer stuff. Right, and I do want it to be a drop-in, drop-out co-op. I'm very much a fan of Borderlands 2 and Diablo 3 in particular. Those 2 games, their drop-in, drop-out co-op is fucking phenomenal. So, check this out, guys. I'm gonna blow your fucking minds here. Are you ready? So, under classes, we've got all this stuff, right? So, like, look right here where my cursor is. Don't run around and go crazy, chat. So, like, when you get to the class at level 0, you get your first skill. Then you unlock a scaling passive. So, every class has these passives, right? And so, then you get a dash mutator. So, when you dash, you basically gain the buff of your class. So, when you have 2 classes equipped, you gain both those classes' buffs when you dash. No, don't steal it. Stop. Thanks, Kitty. I really appreciate it. I really want to take this seriously. I worked on this before I started doing the Twitch stuff, because I wanted you guys to, like, in a goofy way, I wanted to promote it to you guys, to be like, guys, this is what I'm working on. Holy shit. So, then, you know, you get your next skill. Stop it. No, you're good, RZ. So, the 4th level, you get, like, a class resistance, so you start getting immunity to your class's debuff. So, it's like, if you don't like getting burned, or, Purge is the green ability that cleanses all enemies' buffs. So, if you're sick of that, you can do a build where you're immune to burn and you're immune to Purge. Okay. I love chat. It's just rolling right now. You guys are hilarious. So here's the thing. There's all these class buffs. There's all these class debuffs. And it's like, so white gets magnified, which is when they buff themselves, all their damage is boosted by 10%. Their debuff, or no, I did that the other way. Debuff is they take 10% more damage. Their buff is that it reduces all damage they're taking from all sources by 3%, and you can stack this. When do you get to buy the demo? It's still going to be 2 years out. I'm going to work my ass off on it. I got an amazing girlfriend. I'm working on it every night. Like, literally, later tonight, we're going to be doing the YouTube tutorial for Game Maker. Like, I already have some of the stuff scripted, like, not throwing you guys all over the place, but I am. Is like, I already have the base scripting for, like, player movement down. I'm learning how to do all this different stuff. I'm learning how to reset variables and stuff. It is a shit ton of work. It is really fun. But when I have something to show you guys, I will show you. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, not soon. Blender is also really good for art. I decided to go with a Sprite, obviously, because it's pixelated, and Audacity. I'll go back to the Mila note for people that were looking at. Right now, it is... So here's the thing. I don't want to name anyone and make anyone feel like committed. I have one person who wants to do coding with me. I have one person who is helping me run the YouTube. Neo Thunder, who is totally okay and marketed, he is doing the music. What you're hearing in the background is stuff that's not for the game, but it is the style of music you're going to hear for the game. Neo Thunder and I were talking numbers. He's already working on... I've got a couple internal guys that are like making music for fun, and then we're kind of putting it through the Neo Thunder machine where it gets basically cohesive. So they're doing... Dude. We could talk about that at some point, Tricky. I don't know when, because I'm not even getting money, but that is something we could talk about. And I was trying to keep Tricky under anonymity. He's helping me code. We're trying to figure out how to do a, with GitHub, I forget what it's called. Repository, there it is. I don't know if we're gonna do a day or night cycle, though. And Thick, I might hit you up. I'll see who wants to help, like, now that I've got a bunch of this work going on. Hey, Noah. Oh, dude. No, stop. I would hate that airport. No. Hi, Noah. I see your cursor. So here is where I want to blow your guys' minds, right? So here's the thing. Keep in mind, everything that I have said so far, you see all these abilities, you see all these passives and stuff. You take 2 classes, you're gaining all these benefits. So you're able to apply 2 buffs to yourself. You're able to apply 2 debuffs. You're immune to those 2 debuffs. You're getting all these abilities and skills. So, on top of all of that... Are you guys ready for this? So here is, right here, this is parry. This is the level 1 red skill. You start with as soon as you get the red class. And this is its effect right here. As you go through the game, you're gonna collect these coins called luminescence. So if you collect an orange luminescence, you can amp your red skill. So instead of it doing this effect, now it's doing this effect over here. So instead of damage is reduced by 10% from all sources, being damaged while parry is active applies disarm to the attacker. Now it grants overheat during parry. All damage is increased by 5%, but it no longer applies disarm. So now, what I'm doing is there are 27 skills in the game, and you can amp any of those 27 skills another 9 ways to give you additional bonuses. So now there are effectively like 270 skills in the game. White, blue, and violet is gray. Well, I know, I tried. I don't know what happened. Like, I did the same thing I did with all the others, and it didn't work. So, I don't know why that happened. But the whole thing about this game is it's about colors. It's about combining colors. It's infinite combinations. And obviously it's not infinite combinations. And some of the abilities, it's literally just changing some of the effects. So it's like, if you are really into, like, blue is all about crowd control. So if you want to take your blue skills, like, let me see, where's my blue skills at? Like Swirly Mist, Frozen Tomb. So Swirly Mist applies a continuous, lightly damaging AoE that slows. And if you want to turn that into a burn ability, because you're playing an orange build, you could play blue-orange, and then you can take this blue ability, and now it applies a continuous, lightly damaging AoE that burns. So now you're just putting down more sources for burn, because if we go back up to orange skills, it's like all attacks apply burn. Killing enemies that are currently under the effect of a burn extend the duration of Firestarter. So now you can run Firestarter, but then you can run Swirling Mist with an orange effect. Now you have 2 abilities to apply your burn to keep proccing Firestorm. Yeah, there's gonna be, yeah, exactly. There's gonna be certain F in the chat for blue, violet, and gray. They were the real ones. Yeah, so that's the thing. So, but here's the thing. If you're playing in your first playthrough, if you only get red, orange, and yellow as worlds, but you want the violet or the blue upgrades, you have to go to each of their worlds. And I actually can open this because I have this. Where did I put it? Is it under equipment and items? Yeah, here we go. So then if you want some blue abilities, you gotta go grab yourself one of these suckers. Oh, thank you, I do need water. I got Gatorade right now, it'll work. So, this game's gonna have, like, elite enemies, right? Yeah, I'm really, like, I know these are really simple, but I'm really fucking proud of them. Like, they already look really good. Like, I've only been using a Sprite for, like, 30 hours. I've just been watching tutorial after tutorial, just, like, crashing out on shit. So here's the thing. These luminescence exist in all the regions. Like, there's white luminescence, it exists everywhere. And then all the colored luminescence, they drop from special dungeons, elite enemies, or bosses of their corresponding color. So if you want to start maxing out your blue abilities and stuff, you need to just grind out a bunch of blue world. And, like, blue world is also gonna, like, have higher values for blue armor drops and, you know, set blue drops. Like, even though, like, when you go to, let's say you're going to green. Green's the middle of the color spectrum, right? There's also yellow and what's on the other side? Blue. There we go. My bad. So if you go to a green world, you've got yellow entities, blue entities, top down, 100% top down. It's gonna be like a top down, like third person looter shooter, very RPG style. I'm kind of struggling with tile sets right now. That's the next big thing I need to work on when I get a little bit more into the game. But right now, that's just where we're at right now. I didn't realize how warm it was getting in my room. That'd be tricky. Okay. So that's the whole thing. Luminescence makes this game go around. You use Luminescence to upgrade your armor from one tier to the next. You can use it to unlock, like, set bonuses. You can use it to unlock amps on your skills. So that's what it's called when you take out one skill and you change it to another color. It's called amping a skill. So it's like you use it for amps. You use it for crafting. You use it for armor. Like, all this different stuff is powered by luminescence. So it's like when you do one run of a blue world, you might pick up some cool stuff. You might hit a dungeon and unlock some of this stuff. But you're gonna have to do a few more runs to get everything. But then on top of that, the game has a system. So this is what I did. I was really proud of this. Oh, this is so, I love this. I'm gonna make sure to take pictures of these after the stream. That's good. Oh, it's still there. Fuck yeah. Okay, so new. Save changes to your work. Save. And we'll call this one color description. There we go. In case of drop tables, is there going to be ways of mitigating the RNG? Say I'm trying to... Yes, there's going to be. I really like this point. So here's the thing. I'll start actually drawing out one of the worlds for you, RZ, because you had a really good point, and I'm going to bleed it into another point. So, like, okay, so you are at the prism, where you always start. When you first start your playthrough, you'll start at the prism, and then you go up to a smaller prism within the prism, and you basically, there'll be like these like colored buttons on the floor, and I'm just doing this to speed it up. But there's like colored buttons on the floor, and then 3 of them are gonna light up and be like this one, and this one, and this one. And you'll know that those are the 3 you have for your run. And you don't know which one you get first, but you're gonna go through the door. There's this door up here, and now suddenly you pop out in Green World. And this is the format of a green, of all the worlds. And so let me draw, and then I'll explain it. So you've got these like exploration zones here, where there's like enemies that are just running around. There's kind of like lower tier loot chests and stuff. And then there's a couple of these dungeons that you can find. And these dungeons, at the end of them, they're guaranteed to have a unique elite and a unique piece of loot. And then there's also going to be these hidden dungeons called vaults. And every world has 2 vaults. One of them hides one of the color class. And there's no prerequisites. They're hidden. Everything to unlock them will be found in that region. So it's just like stepping on a button in one place, or killing an enemy in a certain sequence, or getting there fast enough, or a puzzle, or whatever. You don't have to go to another world to open these vaults. All the vaults can be opened from the zone that you're in, but it challenges you as a player to be like, what are we doing? How are we getting in here? And so you got 2 of these dungeons, you got a vault, you've got this like exploration zone that's gonna have some of its own loot, and then you have this. It's called a chamber. And the chamber is basically like a mini boss, a midway point. So it's like, so you beat that. He will always give a special piece of loot on the first clear. After that, he just gives loot. Okay, so we were gonna do procedurally generated, and then I ultimately decided against it. I thought that procedural generation would be cool, but I kind of want to carve out like unique experiences that are gonna be like, a lot of people go for randomly generated roguelikes. Barony, Rogue Legacy, I could name a million of them, but I'd have to think about it, but you get the idea. There's a million of these awesome roguelikes that exist, where it's like randomly generated, so it's completely different every time, it's super fun, and you get more hours of playtime out of that. I don't necessarily mind, like, I do not mind that my game might be shorter. I don't mind that I'm gonna spend 3 years, 4 years working on this to get an alpha out, and you guys might clear through it in 10 hours. I want to make a unique, tailored experience where it's like when you clear a dungeon or you clear a vault or you find it, you go, man, that was so fucking cool. I found this thing. And then like when your friends like play and you're like, where is this? Be like, oh, come with me. I'll show you this thing really quickly. I want to encourage that people might clear it quickly. And if the game does well, I want to give it the Terraria treatment where every 6 months, I just add another dungeon to all 7 of the worlds and go, here you guys go. More content, more monsters, more loot, Yeah. And that's exactly at Airport. They both have their merits. So it's like, that's something I'm considering too. So let me finish drawing this real quick while I read chat. Okay. More! Yeah, literally. So here's the thing. So it's like, there's like a couple pieces of loot here. There's a piece of loot in each of these dungeons. There's like a more rare piece of loot in each of these vaults. And then you got this loot here, more loot here. So it's like, you could just speed run through this, go to the boss, and not explore any of this. This is all optional content. But it's like, the thing about these dungeons is that there's also going to be these books. This is going to be a shitty attempt at a book. It's not the shittiest attempt. Whatever. Hold on. I can do a better book than that. Maybe I can't. Shit. Book? Local streamer tries to draw a book. Okay, that's a book. Holy shit, was that hard. So, in addition to all this loot, each of the loot is matched by lore entries. And what these lore entries are going to do when you get them is they're going to tell you a little bit about the world. They're also going to start unlocking recipes for other loot. And you can start unlocking recipes for armor. You can start unlocking recipes for like unique trinkets and rings. What an artist. Everyone clap. Thank you, Tricky. You're too kind. So the thing is, there is solid loot. But then, like, for example, I already have like a... What do I have? It's like right here. So it's like... No, there it is. Hold on, I also like drew a bunch of paper over here too. I've been on fire with this, guys. So it's like, for the lore breakdown, it's like there will be ring recipes where it's like when you find one book, it'll unlock the ring. There will be some trinkets which are like your amulet slot that are more powerful, and it's like those will take 2 lore entries. So you might like find one lore entry that like, shows like an amulet and a name, but then it doesn't like tell you the effect or how to craft it because you haven't unlocked all the lore entries. There's going to be some armor recipes because there's 4 pieces to the armor. You'll need to find 4 recipes for each piece of the armor, and you can only make the set once you have all the recipes. So it's like, you've got loot, or like, you've got just straight up loot, like random RNG loot that enemies are going to drop. Guaranteed loot that drops from the dungeons. Then you have recipes that you can craft. All these, like, luminescence that you can use to unlock... No crossplate loot. No. So here's the thing. When you first play the game, guys, you're going to do this on tier 1. So this is going to be the first tier that you play on, and all the enemies are going to have set health and values and stuff, and you will also have a pool that you can work in. Like, all the weapons and armor are going to have set values. And then when you go to tier 2, you can start farming tier 2 weapons and tier 2 armor. And so now you have that discrepancy between tier 1 and tier 2, where enemies are tough at first, but as you start collecting loot to like power yourself up, you start mitigating that window. But that window is going to be like 10 or 15%. So like on tier 1, it's like 10% discrepancy. The enemies are like slightly stronger, not a big deal. And then tier 2, when you first come into tier 2 at tier 1, it'll be like a 20% discrepancy. So that's like how I'm making the difficulty, is by making the enemies like inherently a little bit stronger. Some of them will start getting new mechanics and stuff. But by the time you start wearing full tier 2, that discrepancy will only be like 15%. And then the same thing will happen as you go up, you know, more tiers in the future. And the reason I like doing this instead of doing like a numeric, like, you know, there's so many games that do, you level up, you get hit points, you get damage numbers, and those are really hard to track. But if I set all the values at these tiers, right now we're working with 5 tiers. 5 tiers are going to be the highest. Raids and higher end content will only appear on the top 2 tiers. So it'll be like tiers 1, 2, 3, and 4 will be mostly for grinding, and then tier 5 will be like your end game tier, where you're doing a lot of end game content to get like, we're working with a tentative tier 6, where you can't make armor at tier 6, but you get an item to enhance tier 5 to tier 6 to basically make raids easier. So it's like after you clear enough raids, then you get enough gear that you're like doing well enough to not just instantly get wiped out. So the only thing that happens between these tiers is to make sure that there's still like a difficulty, is that the discrepancy starts getting stronger, so that yes, you're farming on a higher tier where loot is more common and everything. Oh shit, we have an ad break coming in. But I want it to be that it's like, so you can play on tier 1. You can get all your, oh, speaking of gear, in terms of multiplayer, is it going to be instanced or shared? E.g., can my friend ninja my drops? I think I'm going to use, ooh, that's a good question. I'm going to make a note of that. Hold on, that's really good. Hold on. Loot shared? Question mark. So I have a couple ways of doing this, and I'm gonna figure out what's the easiest for coding's sake. Hold on, we have an ad break coming in, so I'm gonna wait for a second. I don't want anyone getting wiped out because they missed a ad break. What about a choice like in Borderlands? Not just for coding, but for balance. Definitely for balance, but coding is definitely just because I'm a brand new coder and I'm figuring stuff out because, you know, it's my passion project. I want to make sure that I stay in the loop of knowing what I'm capable of before I ask other people to do things I'm not capable of. Oh, what about a choice like in Borderlands? Competition and cooperation. So did anyone get blacked out by the commercials, by the way? I just want to make sure, because I think I want to wait like 30 more seconds until the commercials are done, just because we're having a good conversation. So just, oh, something. Okay, cool. If you guys aren't getting hit by him. Okay, cool, perfect. So the thought that I have is Remnant 2 has a system where if someone picks up the loot, everyone gets it. And since the dungeons have guaranteed loot, yeah, if everyone has the guaranteed loot of a dungeon, I think that that's okay. Being like, so I wonder if I could code that separately, like have people get their own, oh, ads. Okay, I'll draw while I'm waiting. Okay, so we got all these delightful drawings. Look at these great drawings. I love to draw drawings. I'm still here, just talk to me. No, but Wolf has got cut. So did Skulls. So he still hasn't gotten any. That's weird. Yeah, it says ad break in progress. Ad break ends in 40 seconds. Okay, I'll draw the next little thing though while I wait. Save. Tier explanation. This isn't gonna look great for YouTube. Like, look at this man. He doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. Okay, so yeah, I gotta draw this while I'm waiting for them. Okay, so what's that mean? You're a pro, dude. Yeah, dude. I really appreciate it. It's just cool having so much of the community like get excited about the game. Like, I can't wait to have this catch a little bit more fire. They'll be so impressed. Okay, so it's like finish drawing. Yeah, they'll be like, whoa, where'd the other drawing go? Okay, ad break should be over. Are we back, everybody? Oh, wait, nothing. I held off. I held off while you guys were gone. All I did was swap to this next picture because I'm going to explain more about the game. Okay, so RZ's question is: can loot be ninja'd? Will loot be shared? My thought is that loot will be shared because I really like that in Remnant 2 when it's like when someone picks up a piece of loot, regardless of where anyone else is, because you're all forced to play on the same map. When you pick up the loot, everyone gets the loot. I really like that as a system because I really don't want it to be that people get their loot ninja'd. Like, because I do think, especially as it being my first game, I probably won't do live matchmaking for this game. It'll kind of be like, it's a cheap game, buy it to play with friends you want to play with. We'll see. Like, if I get better at like coding, or I find like a really awesome, helpful game maker thing on like how to do instance matchmaking for the game, I might do matchmaking. But I do like the idea of it mostly being you play solo or you play with people you know, and the Discord will also become a big space of like LFG looking, to like encourage people to like join each other's lobbies. Because it's like Enshrouded doesn't have matchmaking. Enshrouded has play with your friend. Or I guess it does. I lied. Okay, irrelevant. I like the idea of loot being shared. And I think that even like RNG loot, the link in your about is invalid. Is it really? Oh shit, that's not good. I can fix that real quick. Oh, I don't want to do that because it might... Oh, it won't echo. It'll just echo the screen. Are you guys ready? You guys are going deep. I got to figure this out real quick. Okay. I'm going to be jumping around. Oh, God. You guys like looking at my face? Really? So Prison Break Discord. Click. Invite invalid. Oh, my God. No wonder no one's joining. Jesus. Who let me stream? Holy shit. Okay. I'm going to put you guys back over there real quick. I'm going to figure this out. Okay, so, no. Open my chat back up. Where'd my chat go? Oh, dude, local old man tries to stream. Holy shit. This is so bad. Okay, what am I trying to do? No, not that. I think you let yourself stream. Keep streaming. Thanks, dudes. Oh, how about this? Real quick, I'll just create another invite. Copy. And then I'm literally just gonna fucking plant this down in chat for you guys. So you guys, anyone who wants to get in the Discord, I just posted one in the chat. I'm gonna do that while I fuck around with this real quick. So let's get my creator dashboard back up so I can see my chat. I know I'm live. Thank you, game. Thank you, Twitch. You're amazing. Okay, so I'm gonna fix that real quick. And I'm gonna put you guys here. Look, guys, you're live. Okay, and then go back to Prison Break. And then I'll go down to the channel and I'll edit the channel. I really appreciate that you called that out. Thank you. As the channel grows, like, you guys calling stuff out like that is, like, super important. I really appreciate that. It's not duping the audio, is it? I just want to make sure it's not duping. Hi, Mama. Prison Break. I'm so proud of you guys. Okay, so how the fuck do I edit that? That's an important thing to edit. I really want that fixed. Okay. So I'm there. So I can go settings. There we go. And then go connections. There we go. Nope, that is not what I wanted. I've been lied to. I hope everyone's been good, by the way. I didn't say that properly, but like it has been really cool having the community back. I don't have cough drops anymore. Profile, content preferences, notifications, security, privacy, channel and videos. No, that's not what I want either. Oh, here we go. Perfect. All right. Let's edit this bad boy. And I'm going to pull up Discord, and I'm going to edit invite link. And I'm going to make it that it never expires. Generate a new link, copy. There we go. I'm going to try to, RZ. That is the goal, is I would very much like to have a a patch notes channel. Like, that's why I made like the 0.0. Like, we're designing the game. Like, it's gonna take time to get there. Also, I can move you guys back now. I fixed it, by the way, so you guys will now be able to use that Discord link down below. So anyone here who hasn't joined the Discord, I'm pretty sure everybody here is from the Discord. Join the Discord. I don't have my chapstick either. Where is it? It's in the bathroom. I'm not getting it right now. I'll lose connection to my headset. But I will grab another swig of my Gatorade. Awesome. Okay. So, next part of the game I want to talk about with you guys. Damn, we're already half an hour into the stream. I fucking love this. This has been a blast. Okay, so, actually, one even better. I'll just, like, Prison Break, UI, icons, armor menu. Here we go. Boom. Check out this bad boy. You guys ready for this? We're going fucking retro. So I'm even going to just snippet the screen real quick. Perfect. We're just going to put this bad boy right fucking there. No, don't leave to join. Wait, there's a, okay, I literally just love and hate half my chat. Sorry about window noises. I know that was a little ear blasty. Why did it do that? Did I fuck that up? Oh, ooh, don't make chunk. And then where's the other ones? Ring icon. Look, we got a little ring, boys. It's gonna do it again. Okay, we gotta stop that. Sorry. No more. Not trying to. Oh, no. Come back. Oh, it left. That's so sad. Okay, that's fine. I was just trying to make a point and I was just fucking it up. Wait, stop. You can sit right there. That's okay. And then we want another one. And another one. Imagine not turning on focus mode to priority only. I don't know if I know how to do that. So basically what I was trying to do, but it just looked like shit. So another thing about the character is that you have 3 ring slots, and rings just all give like, just like a small bonus. And then the trinket obviously does like some other really cool thing. Like one of the trinkets for the red class it's called a Night Kept Pendant. And the Night Kept Pendant, it takes 50% of your armor, or, tentatively in my head right now, like we might change the values if it gets busted, but it basically takes a chunk of your armor and it adds it as damage to all of your skills. So it's like you can build tanky and then you can run up and smash shit. And so it's like trinkets can help you modify your playstyle. The other pendant is when you wear it based on every red skill and dash you have equipped, because you can have 2 skills and a dash. So if you equip all 3, then you get bonuses to your armor for each red skill you have equipped. And all the classes have an amulet that are like that. So it's like if you really want to double down into green. Why did it say? That's weird. There we go. God. And then there's also the armor, which you guys saw. There's like a helmet, chest, gloves. God, this is awful. And then feetsies. And so obviously I'm going to have fun because I'm also going to do... Oh, dude, the music stopped. I just realized that. Let's get some... Yeah, give me that. Sorry about that, guys. The music just, like, vibed out. That was sad. Didn't enjoy that. There we go. So, basically, whole concept is there's also going to be 2, 3, and 4 tier bonuses for armor. So the whole idea is that, like, you could wear 2 red, right, to get, like, a small, like, armor bonus. But then you could also wear 2 violet to get, like, a movement speed bonus. So now you're playing a tanky character, but you have more mobility. So that's the whole thing. You've got rings, you've got classes with passives, you've got skills that you can amp, you've got armor with set bonuses. You take all of this, you run out into the world of Chromadia, and you build a character. And so the reason I think that all this is fun is that you're doing all this at every tier. So it's like tier 1, you have a build. But if you decide to jump to tier 3 because you're looking for a challenge and you just, like, you're one of those guys that, like, does the first playthrough on the normal difficulty and then you immediately jump to a higher difficulty, because you can do that. You can jump to a higher tier, but now you're going to have this, like, starting out the gate, you're going to have, like, a 40% discrepancy until you build that gear and then get back to that, like, 20% discrepancy. So this is going to be a lot harder, but then the reward, you can end up getting, like, a lot of your money. I'm trying to draw a chest. Whoa, money! Sorry. So it's like, you have all these opportunities to, like, you can go tier to tier, but when you go from tier 1, and maybe you have this build that's all green and all blue, and you go to tier 3, and like the first weapon you pick up in tier 3 is going to be a game changer because you can instantly start damaging the enemies more. But then even if you get fully built up in tier 3 to get ready for tier 4, then you need to do one of two things. You can either upgrade your armor, and there's going to be resources to do that. To when you get to tier 4, there's going to be an item that you can use to upgrade any tier 3 item to tier 4. That being said, that tier 4 upgrade will not work for tier 1 or tier 2 items. It will only work for the previous tier. So when you get to tier 5, you can also upgrade your stuff from tier 4 to tier 5. So there's this scaling thing where, like, when you're at tier 1, you can either loot. I need to get better at drawing or writing. Ooh, not draw. Stop. I started writing draw. So you can either loot, craft, or upgrade your gear. So you have 3 formats for how you're able to get your gear. So it's like you can either do, crafting back at the hub, again, the diamond, the pyramid. So when you go back to the hub, you can craft gear and you can buy gear there. That's at the tier that you're currently like at, or we might work that spiel. Don't just go to tier 5, buy tier 5 gear, and then go back to tier 1. But for the sake of crafting, it's the system of when you go from tier 1 to tier 2, you're either looting from killing enemies, you're crafting because you've unlocked recipes, or you're getting tier 2 resources and you're upgrading your tier 1 gear. Because if you have a tier 3 chest plate, and we have all these different like acronyms and bonuses, like I can show you guys that too in the armory. So let's roll over there. So we have all these affixes for like armor and weapons and stuff, right? So it's like if you get a weapon that ends up having like, let's say you want critical hit chance, critical hit damage, and fire rate, right? And you get critical hit damage and chance on a tier 2 weapon, there's a very good chance you're going to want to take that with you so you don't have to RNG on all these other things. So you can take that critical hit chance and damage weapon and just roll it all the way to tier 5 and then pick up these other bonuses that you want. So now you can loot weapons and hope that they come with the prefixes that you want. You can craft weapons, and you can literally just craft them en masse like gambling to just like keep crafting until you get like, wait, this one has Leech Devour, I'm set, Or you can take gear that you've had from the start of the game that you've really enjoyed. You're like, cool, this green bolt, it works for my armor and it has crit chance. And these are my favorite things right here, inflict color and grant color. On a critical hit, based on the color of the weapon, you get their buff or debuff. So it's like, for example, green's buff is regen. So now on grant color, if you have critical hit chance and grant green, every time you get a crit, you're applying regen to yourself. So now you're just healing every time that you crit. Or, for example, orange is overheat. So you can do critical hit chance, fire rate, and grant overheat. And so now every time that you're critting, you're giving yourself even more fire rate. And so there's all these combinations and builds that you can do that are like, like refreshes, like when you get kills, it refreshes all your buffs. So if you start doing a really heavy buff build, you can use refresh to keep all your buffs going. So now you have movement speed, you've got fire rate, you've got bonus damage, and you're flying through and you're using refresh to keep adding time to all of your bonuses. And so with all of this, it's like the tiers become really important to the weapons. Armor, the tiers, it's more for the flat values the armor gives you for protection. So it's like upgrading a weapon, it does improve its damage, it improves its critical threshold. And then it also unlocks another one of these affixes. So a tier 1 weapon only has one affix. And then a tier 2 weapon, oh, did I redo it? I did redo it. Because they ended up being too busted. I forgot about that. So it used to be at tier 6, you'd have 6 buffs, but I cut it in half because if you can get like 5 of these, you can break the game. Because it's like crit hit, crit chance, crit damage, and fire rate. That's just straight DPS. Like nothing can deal with you. But then it's like, prismatic fire rate and, like loot or like, and this will encourage people to have multiple weapons for multiple occasions or for different builds. People might be like, oh, I want to do this indigo build where I've got a bunch of cooldowns and I'm casting a bunch of spells and I use this weapon that I'm using this weapon just to crit to refresh my abilities. And then you become a caster build. You're not even using your weapon to deal damage. You're instead doing these crits to damage stuff. And all of this has been fun. I don't know how hard any of this is going to be to code. So like we might have to cut back on certain aspects or add certain aspects. Right now, my plan is to start here. Mana plus cooldowns. So let me clarify that. There is because like, so here are the 6 major armor bonuses, right? So we got health, armor, mana, skill, power, movement, and cooldown. So it's like the 3 things that any caster relies on is skill cooldown, skill power, and mana. Some of the skills in the game are strictly cooldown. Some of the games are strictly mana. There are some skills that are so I have been using green. So we'll actually go back to green real quick. So let me pull up the skills, because that was a very good question. I really appreciate that. So don't pay attention to too much of like this stuff right now. Like the seconds don't mean anything right now. Yeah, so like for example, green is gonna have a very low mana cost because it's heal an ally for a small burst. So if you want to sit there and keep flicking a bunch of greens on a person, you can dump your mana bar by just dropping these little like 8-10 HP heals on them, you know, to like outdated charts. Boo, stop. No, we're working on it. Boo, boo, boo. No, stop booing. So that's green. Green is gonna have like a 1.52 second GCD, where it's just like you can keep flicking it, you know, and if you have another one equipped, you can't alternate them. They're both shared on a GCD of just this like 1.52 second cooldown. So it's like you can't giga spam it, but you can basically spam it. Then this middle ability, the level 3 Remedy Ring, you apply regen in an AoE. Yeah, yeah, that's exactly it. Literally, it's literally just spamming Cure 1. That's literally, like, thank you. That's a perfect analogy from Final Fantasy 14. So then, it's like, Remedy Ring, you are basically applying a heal in an AoE that also cleanses, and again, the flavor text is outdated. I apologize. I'm actually going to just pull that right now so people don't look at it and go, that's not what it says, Mr. Streamer, that's not what it says. So, Remedy Ring is gonna, you basically instantly push out this AoE, it cleanses debuffs and applies regen, and also applies a light heal. That's gonna have a cooldown assigned to it. So it's gonna be like a 20-second cooldown, and I only want to apply a small mana portion to it so that people don't think that they can just keep spamming their heal, pop this AoE and go back to healing. I want it to be that they have to be mindful that this does require a chunk of mana, but instead of making it an incredibly high mana cost, instead of it being like 50% of the user's bar, it's like 20% of the user's bar and a 20-second cooldown. So it's like you're casting, and you want to keep your rotation going, where it's like you want to pop that when it's off cooldown when you need it, but then you're not just dumping your mana bar. And then the final skill, Revive, where it's like you revive an ally at like half health, or at a quarter health, it's going to be like a minute to 90-second cooldown and like a 35-40% mana cost. Oh, okay, I can keep explaining, Tricky. Give me 1 second. Overclock for a caster build, you should have the cooldown. The colors allow you to substitute your mana if no mana is left in exchange for health point. That's fantastic. I'm gonna write that down too. I'm gonna keep a notepad for you guys when you guys have delightful, fucking amazing ideas. I'm yeeting this bottle across the room because that was a great idea. Thank you. I fucking love that. So hold on. Have a new page in my notepad. Right there. And then Tricky, I'll explain the reference. I would love, right now, not to call any lurkers out, but if anyone is here and able to chat, does anyone have questions, suggestions, criticisms, concerns, or anything? Because this is how I grow, is off of people, like, you know, teaching me, like, how to do this kind of stuff. Or not teaching, but giving me ideas. Okay, so... health instead of mana. I really like that. That's hella good. Thank you. Also, credit again, real quick, for the music that's in the background. That is literally created by our own Neo Thunder X. He's a very talented musician who will be doing the music for the game. So the music in the background is what you'll be hearing. It does keep your progress. I want it to be more like an RPG where it's not a rogue. Like, I feel like this formula is dangerously delicious for a roguelite. I want it to be an RPG. Could be a ring or trinket to allow other people to do it. That could be a little busted. Okay, back to your previous one, Tricky. Hold on. Okay, so basically the reference that RZ was making in Final Fantasy 14, you literally will get these healers that will just sit there and literally dump their entire mana bar on one skill instead of rotating their skills. Ochre's Overclock. Ooh. Dangerously delicious. Thanks. I know that's the thing is, I think it's honestly a roguelike that's just not a roguelike, because I do think that this, like, here is what I've decided. I do want it to be a more friendly, player accessible game. So it's like the skill ceiling will not be as high on it. Ardsy, I'm gonna read your comment in a second. The ceiling will not be as high on the difficulty. Like, I do want tier 5 with the raids and stuff that I want to do eventually. Like, I want to have like big bosses with tons of mechanics and really difficult dungeons where you gotta 5-man it and have like a healer and a tank and like really have it just rip you apart. I think that would be fun. But it's like, I really do want to start with making just a fun, fluid experience that feels good, that's cheap and accessible for people regardless of money or their computer's restrictions. I want this to run on someone's laptop that's like doesn't burn them in the middle of summer. Like, that's my goal. I want it to be super accessible. I want everyone to have fun with it, and it's okay if people 100% it in 20 hours and get all the achievements. I don't care. If people enjoy it and I can get like a mostly positive to a very positive review for my game and sell like 1,000 copies, like that's the life goal. Between now and when I die in 60 years, that's what I want to do with this game. Finishing, then gonna read RZ's comment. I do think at some point I would really like to add a roguelike game mode that makes you go in as basically a level 0 character and you see how far you can get, and then the tiers of difficulty are just like you get better loot on the higher tiers or something. I think that would be really cool. So to implement a roguelike mode later, I don't think I want it to be a roguelike. Okay, so RC's comment, and then I'm going to read Wolf. So I know you deleted it, but the last flavor text said something about applying sleep on allies. How many spell skills would you have while creative interactions such as that? Because I enjoy the concept of buffs also applying what would be perceived as a native. You give the local barbarian a massive increase to crit chance, but applies a stacking bleeder. You give a full health regen on a teammate, but they can't act for X time. Oh, sorry, Wolf. That was your comment, my bad. Okay, so I want to have the majority of the skills apply, like, not the majority of skills, but it's like, for example, the blue skills. Blues, so each of the 9 colors have a niche. White is that your range damage goes up. Like, all of the abilities on white class are all about increasing your bonus range damage and then making the opponents take bonus damage from all sources. So white is all about straight damage. Red is mitigation. Orange is is AoE damage. Yellow is skill power and summons. Yellow is your summoner class. Green is like a healer class. Blue is a crowd control class, so it's all about debuffs and extending the duration of debuffs. Indigo is all about cooldowns and utilities. They actually have a skill I really like. So, like, for example, Indigo's 3 skills, like Flux is you just pull all targets in one spot and you bind them. Shift is that you teleport. And Transfer is one of my favorite, most complicated skills that I made, which is when you use it on an ally, it reduces all their cooldowns by 15%, but it puts that skill on cooldown. But if you use Transfer on an enemy, it reduces all of your cooldowns by like 5% and refreshes Transfer. So you can use Indigo with another class, and you can keep using Transfer between your range attacks to be like range, transfer, welcome back, airport, to effectively reduce the cooldowns of your dash and your other ability to start building these synergies. But now if you do yellow transfer, when you hit an enemy, it applies arc. And arc is the next instance of skill damage is increased by 15%. So now you start getting these build synergies where, like, if you do a full yellow build with yellow transfer, you can start making all your summons just constantly do more damage while you're just constantly bopping shit and making them take more damage from arc. But you could also play a support build where you're like a green healer and you're using transfer to, like, you know, buff out your teammates or continue to debuff the enemies for your team. So it's like a lot of skills, like some skills, it'll just be straight more damage. But a lot of the skills, when you amp them, you will start stealing the attributes of the other class's color. So it's like, what is a really good example? Let me find another good example. Like here, like Heavy Swing is White's first skill, which is a powerful burst of energy in a wide area in front of you. It's literally a shotgun blast. That's the first skill you start with. You just, you shoot out this big fucking sonic wave, like little sonar wave in front of you. And it's like, if you double down and you put White on it again, more damage. You get a second charge. But then if you do Red, when you hit a target with Heavy Swing, it gives you a shield. It gives you Bulwark, because Red's buff is Bulwark. And then if you do Orange, Heavy Swing now ignites enemies. And so there's all these different ways to basically apply buffs and debuffs in different ways. Because again, like I showed earlier with Orange being like Fire Starter, which is like for those of you who didn't see, Orange's level 3 skill Firestarter is all of your attacks apply burn, and when you kill things that are burning, it extends the duration of Firestarter. So now you have an extra source of creating burn. Because yes, you could just keep using Firestarter, but now you can put burn on other skills so that when they die from burn, you have more ways to keep Firestarter going even longer. Ooh, emotes. I've had an idea for emotes, actually. Hold on. I actually want to show this. Hold on. Where was my... There you are. I guess I'm gonna need a bigger sprite window. Hold on. I mean, you guys did come for sprites, and I haven't drawn sprites for a fucking hour, so it's time for us to draw a couple sprites. We'll do that. We'll double out the space. So we'll put our boy in the corner, right? Put him right there. There you go. Inverse / curse mechanic. Have an item ability with a strong buff, but at some sort of downside that makes it more interesting, potently having a way to purify it later down the line. I like the idea of awesome ability for cost. I don't know about purifying it. Like, if you're talking about like an item, I do kind of like that because Remnant 2 does that with a few of its items where you get like a corrupted version, you can purify it, and it like changes the abilities and stuff. But I do like the idea of trade one thing for another thing. That's really strong. But going back to... No, stop that. Don't do that. I thought that it would be really fun to do like cute little emotes like this, where it's like you do little speech bubbles. I don't know if I can do it effectively right now without it looking like shit, but I'm gonna try. And then give me the white from your eyes. Thank you. No, that's not right. Keep going. There we go. Hold on. How big would we have to make that for it to be? Okay, so maybe we cut out every other frame. So cut that frame out. Let's grow. And then we'll just go a little bit bigger, right? That could work. Is that... Did I do that correctly? Yes, I did. Okay, and then we'll do one more frame. Hold on. And then have it grow again. Yes, grow. So this is for the person who said the Fortnite dance button. Be like... Is this big enough for a heart? Probably not. Ooh, we gonna try. Nope. Hold on, let's give that another honest go. Ooh, I am not using the eraser tool. Oh, yes, I am, but my bad. Oh. No, I'm fucking it up. Oh, God, it's horrible. I've been using GameMaker Sprite Editor so far. Is it easier to use Sprite? I haven't played with GameMaker, so I don't honestly know, but I'm kind of enjoying this. This is funny. Little Fortnite dance button, little emotes for you guys. I've thought about doing stuff like this because I really could easily see being like a follow me button. Okay, Noah's saying that Sprite's definitely better. I will say for the $20 price tag, it is the best $20 I ever spent. I have zero regrets with Sprite. Okay, so let's see if I can do this a little bit better. I can get this a little bit bigger. So we will, I know what we'll do. We'll keep this as like white, and then we'll just make this bigger. Bigger. I'm not sure if anyone got that reference. Mauga is such a fucking goofy character in Overwatch. I don't know if that's too big though. That might start blocking other stuff that's on the screen. I'm not sure how I feel about that. We'll figure it out. Imagine this being a sponsored stream in disguise. Oh no, the ad. Okay, let's get that drawing done. Because now it's like... It's a little too abrupt. Oh, because I didn't save the last frame. Whoops. That might be why. Let's keep that. Let's add another frame. There we go. And now let's go. Okay. We are not on the brush feature. Am I still secretly subbed? I don't know. It's showing 5 subscribers at the start of the stream. It only showed 2, so 3 people have already subscribed, which is awesome. Thumbs up and thumbs down emotes. I'm actually gonna write these down. Hold on. Emotes. Up. Down. Need some frame. You need some frames loading on the emote. Oh, true. Yes. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Oh. This looks horrible. I gotta fix that. Dude, what would my mentor think of me? There we go. Got it. Good. Ads gone. Hell yeah. Twitch being dumb and not updating chat identity is wild. Yeah. Yeah, I feel that. I'm sorry. I don't have a drink. Give me a second. Dude, this is bringing me back to the old days, guys, because you guys are going to make me pee myself mid-stream. I'm already going through an entire Gatorade because of you guys. Yeah. I need to, though. It's warm in my room, so thank you. This is a good call out. Arrow bubble? Arrow's bubble? I like the idea of a wave emote as well. Just like a little hand in the bubble. It's like, hi! Yeah, dude. Oh, so you were subbed. Thank you. RZ, I appreciate it. Oh, that's something else I want to say is that the sub money, I'm going to start keeping track of it because here's the thing is analytics only pay you out every $50. I've got like $8 in there right now. When it gets to $50, I can pay it out. Those payouts are going to start going to the game, and there's two things I want right now. The first thing that I want is Game Maker. So actually, I can show you guys this. So when you go to Game Maker, no, I can't. Just kidding. Wrong setting. Hold on. So there's this professional version of Game Maker. This is the only money I have to pay when I want to publish my game on Steam. It's $100. That's what all of the stream money is going towards right now, is getting the license, because then everything else can be improved with time. This is the gate that stops us from actually paying for and making the game. So it's like, yes, we can continue to make it on free, and then I can this is just a license. It literally just gives me, it's a DLC, it's a Steam ID license that lets me use the ADPI for Steam to upload one game. Steam charges you 30% of all sales you make, and it upfront charges you $100, but it's a bet. Pirate Software talks about this on his stream, that if you effectively sell enough copies of your game, you get that $100 back. Yeah, Game Maker Professional, yeah. So once I get that, then we can actually start selling the game online. Obviously, we are even for the most bare bones dies Full Metal Alchemist Mother episode 1 style bloodbath on the floor gasping for air, we're 6 months out. Oh, the 30% also drops to 25% after a certain amount. I didn't know that. I'm gonna look that up. That's fucking sick. But yeah, so that's where the money's going first. Next place it's going to Neo Thunder's wallet, because he is figuring out how much he wants to charge for the OST for the game. So he is the only outside source I'm working with. I don't like how I said that. Hey, let's go with the Prime sub. Also, I will look into adding notifications for you guys. I'll start doing some fun animations, because this bad boy, right here, that could be our follower notification right there. Who doesn't like that? I'll definitely watch some of Pirate Software stuff. Hey, I'm gonna take a quick break, guys. If anyone pops in saying hi, just let them know that I stepped out to pee real quick, because I have to pee. So I'll be back, and then we're gonna just slug out this last 20 minutes of this this stream, just have some fun. So I'll be right back, guys. Gotta pee. It's really gonna be back, guys. Thank you. better. Empty bladder. Yo, cheers. Hi. Dude, it's been like 2 years. I'm glad things don't change. Chair stream. Hi. Yeah, but I'll look into that. On a serious note, I didn't even think about that. Like, some of the stuff that I've already animated and stuff. Like, literally, like, holy shit, where is it? I didn't show that to you guys first, did I? Where is the, like this? That could be, oh my god. We could use that for, like, donations. Like, for bits. I could just have one of these bad boys spinning. Oh my god. I might start doing that, like, tonight and tomorrow. I might just go through, like, Twitch and just pimp it out with a bunch of the notifications. Yeah, that's sick. I could even make, like, a... Oh, dude, I wonder... Hold on. This is totally... I know I'm jumping in 15 directions, guys, so bear with me, but I wonder if I can take this bad boy. Oh, this music's good, too. We're fucking bapping right now. Oh, I already have an open one right here. I wonder if there's a way for me to... give him... Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna try something, chat. I've got an idea. What if we give this bad boy, like, a little... How would we do that? Thinking, like, is there a way for us to do a, like, blue... Oh, what if we do it with him? Because I was thinking about doing, like, a cool little animation for, like, when we get, like, subscribers and stuff, too. Like, we could do, like, you know, we could do this guy in, like, purple. You know, when it's like a Twitch sub, and then we could like do him in blue. It's like, look, this is one of my favorite things about this character is that it translates over perfectly with every color. I love that we didn't get any real spriting done tonight. I was just like showcasing the game to you guys. Also, there is going to be a YouTube channel, so if you guys want to check that out, that is going to be a big thing as well. As like all the VODs are going to be stored on there. Another thing is not every single Tuesday is gonna just be me streaming the game. There's gonna be weeks where I'm just playing games with my friends. Make him do Club Penguin Dance? Maybe. Probably not on this stream. I only got 20 minutes left, like. Alright. And I'll have to, like, you know, I'll obviously have to go through and, like, properly highlight him so that he doesn't, like, just, like, stick out and look like butt. There we go. And then we'll use darker shades of blue. Joints. There we go. Gloves, perfect. Oh, I wonder if I fucked that up. Oh shit. I think you guys just made me aware of something because I just grabbed his hands and moved him up, and this node right here is his glove. Like that's where his glove like wraps around to his arm. So we actually need to swap those because that needs to be down here and that needs to be black up there. Ooh, that looks good. Oh, I love it when my community helps me put shit together. Let's go. Does that look better? Maybe it doesn't look better. What are the enemies going to be like? Brainless automatons that charge you or something more intricate? I do have a couple things for enemies since we're just like jumping around and having fun. You guys have got me fired up too. When I get off stream, I'm probably just going to work on a bunch of shit. Prison Break. Enemies. I only have a couple for Sapphire Sanctum, so... I've got this guy who's probably gonna be like an elite or like a side boss or something, but I'm gonna kind of use the Terraria system where like a lot of enemies are kind of just gonna like float in your direction, and when they come too close to you, it's gonna be melee damage and kind of kick you away. And then the rest of the attacks are gonna be projectiles, and I'm gonna see how hard telegraphs are to do because I really like the idea of doing telegraphs for a lot of the attacks. So it's like you only have yourself to blame if you get hit, kind of thing. But yeah, I only have a couple enemies right now because I haven't decided if I want all the enemies to be autonomous, like the main, or autonomous? I don't think I'm saying that right. But if anyone says it in chat, that's not going to make it any better. I do think, thinking brain, come on brain, I don't know if I want the enemies to be like the main character where they're kind of like sentries that are like I could make everything in the world that they're all a bunch of different types of like autonomous soldiers and stuff. Or if I want them, like the green world is going to be like infected and like basically like suffering from a plague. And like the red world is like in a war where everyone's like dying, and like the red's essence of color is like a life well. So I haven't decided if I want all the enemies to be like this, like obviously not just like a recolor, but like redesigned. Where did I put him? I have this goofy little guy. He's one of my favorite guys I've designed. He's like fucking little menace. Just a little flappy guy. And I liked that the idea with the blue world is that the blue world was going to be like run by religion, and it was going to be anyone who basically sipped this water basically became infected and started acting out against the player. So it's like everyone was going to start turning into monsters. So like I've had fun like making a couple little just cute little guys like this, because I want to implement this guy as a dude that slows you and he runs away from you, and he's just a fucking obnoxious little gremlin. But no, I haven't done enemies too much. I need to do more. I think I did a sentry too. Didn't I do a sentry? Hold on. Where did I put that sentry? I did a cool little... Right? Didn't I? Yeah, there you are. Did a little, like... I did this little sentry that, like, its eyeball rotates, so it's like... And it's, like, just, like, trying to look for a target. So this might be, like, a stationary enemy that either summons enemies when you walk into its path, or kind of old-school Zelda, when you walk in its path, it fucking, like... And fucking laser beams you. Right about the 25%, but apparently it's for games that make a fucking massive amount of sales. 25% cut of any earnings over and above 10 million. Oh, shit. Oh, Skulls, have a good night, man. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you. Should have an enemy phase in and out of the walls. Ooh, I'm not opposed to that idea. I just want to be careful with not being super busted with that. But yeah, so the thing is, like, even blue, like, blue is already, because I think I'm going to use this guy for an elite, because I think for bosses, I think I want to do, like, a much bigger palette. The phasing enemies, though, that could be very fun. That could be very gimmicky. People would like that. What was I doing with you? Was this the speech bubble? Yeah. Like, how good can we make, like, a little hand look? Kind of a limited space, so I might have to... Oh, why not? Oh, you stop that. There we go. I wonder how we can make this, like... Oh, go a little shorter. Well, that looks terrible. Remember to name it? I will. Deciding how... Because I'm going to be working with a limited space. Because even with this expanding out to 3 times the character's size, I got to figure out how I want to do it. Because I don't mind the idea of it branching out. Literally, it looks like a potato chip, not a hand. Hands are a little hard to do, like, in the small space. Like, I was trying to do, like even on the armor menu, you can see it here. Because I did the outline, the space here is, like, so tight on the hand. Like, I had to do 3 fingers and, like, the, you know, like, the thumb with the knuckles. Like, it didn't work super well. So it's, like, doing hands on smaller palette sizes, it's impossible. I hate it. I could make the speech bubble bigger, though. Yeah, no, the 10x10's rough, dude. Like, I was lucky that I made it work with everything else. There was some times where I was like, holy shit, this is not gonna work. I'm gonna try something. Just be like... I wonder if I make the speech bubble an odd number. Oh, look, that worked nicely. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot, actually. Okay, so yeah, I think we just take these. There we go. Aw. Might be a little bit too tall, too. Shrink it down a little bit. And then I can adjust this over here. It's no biggie. Here we go. Yeah, that looks nice. There we go. Now I got a fun, goofy little emote that's like... doo-doo-doo. That's actually really cute. We'll do a couple still frames on that. There we go. Oh, dude, this is so fun because even while I'm just like goofing around, just practice. Because like the biggest thing that I need is practice, and that's what a lot of these streams are gonna end up being. Is you guys just chilling out while I'm just doing goofy stuff while I listen to some kick-ass music. And then when you guys are like, "Twan, what are you doing?" I'll be like, "My best." I wonder, like, just because then it draws more to the eye. Does that look better? Not really. That is actually a brilliant idea. One of each color. Or maybe your color, like, that could be really funny. Your color starts determining, like, I think it's the wrong color, isn't it? It sure is. I wonder how hard an emote wheel would be to do. I feel like it wouldn't be that hard. Like, it's not important to the game, but I definitely like that. Do I want it to shrink back down? I think I do. Hold on. I'm gonna do like 2 more frames here, right? So it's like, yeah, and then check this out. Are you guys ready? I'm gonna blow your minds. Oh, I put it in the wrong spot. That's okay. I'm gonna take this one, go there. Yeah, let's go. It's gonna look awesome. Yeah. See, now it's like oh, the emo bubble pop? Not too difficult, probably. How many Easter eggs are you thinking of? How difficult will secrets be to obtain? OG Legend of Zelda level or Remnant 2 level? Ooh. I haven't really decided on Easter eggs yet. I know that there's a lot of stuff that I want to do with that, and I haven't really figured that out yet. You guys did get me started on like a very fun section though, because I do think doing emotes like this will be fun. And I think I might even keep it that long where it's like you can just spam them, so it's just like every time you spam it, you're just like so if like everyone's trying to get someone's attention, you can just keep doing this to be like, follow me, like get your ass over here. Like, I think it's fun. So hold on, I'll make a new folder for that. It's sick. Save as Prison Break, UI, new folder, emote wheel. Plus, who doesn't like a good emote wheel in any video game? Like, come on, really? And then we'll do love_red. There we go. And then that's easy, because like you said, then we can just do a bunch of different colors. Well, that's the thing, is like doing the process live, this time around, because like last time, like when I stream on Twitch, I love streaming on Twitch, but it's like when I'm constantly trying to like build my community by like playing new games and exposing new viewers and like making money so I can keep doing it, it was stressful. But now I have an awesome job at a grocery store. I have a girlfriend who's in the other room, like half dressed, playing a cute Wii game called Sakura Wars. She makes me dinner whenever I want. I make food for her too, for the record. Like, it's an equal mutual thing. But it's like, she is the coolest fucking human, and like she encourages me to do this. So now like when I'm done kicking ass at my grocery store job, I get to go home for like 4 hours a night and build a video game with a bunch of people I fucking love. With that, you could have some emotes ping in multiplayer. What do you mean exactly? Do you think it's like pings from the side of the screen kind of thing? Yeah, no, dude, I want to be a based as fuck dev. Let's go. Let's grab orange. Like, I'll just do this real quick, because like, even if we don't end up using this, this is a really fucking cute idea. So I have zero issue just going through real quick and being like, oh yeah. Oh no. Boo boo. There we go. Because I'm not sure how I feel about that, because another thing I have to be very careful with while I'm doing this with a community is scope creep, because it's already, like, I already had one guy who did like 4,800 lines of code for me. He was really fucking based and awesome, and he politely walked away from the project because he was like, hey, your scope creep is getting kind of out of control, and you know, it's my passion project. I don't mind spending 3 years on it, but when other people want to get involved, they may not be willing to make the same commitment of 3 years that I am. So it's like finding projects that they can work on, that they can like add on to. It's, you know, it's stuff and stuff. But here we go. Now we can just go through and be like, and realistically, I was just thinking about this. I probably don't even need the character eventually. I can probably, because when we start doing different colored characters and stuff, like, this is the only part I'm actually gonna need. Like, I'm not gonna need the character part, but it's still fun that we got here. Oh, it's so fucking exciting, dude. The fact that I already have so much to show off to people, and like my coworkers, like, so I work in grocery at my grocery store. So that basically means I walk around the store. Like, I get to fill shelves, I cashier. So I have a lot of like free room in my agenda to basically just walk around the store and do whatever the fuck I want. And like, I'm a good worker. My managers like me, and I don't think they have any issues with me. And so I get to talk to a lot of my coworkers, and I've told a ton of them about this game. And like a few of them even said like, hey, like one of my regulars, he was like, we didn't even mean to talk about the game. He was like, hey, like, I mentioned something about like playing video games. I was like, oh, I'm actually making my own video game right now. And he's like, what's it called? And I was like, oh shit, it's this and that. And he got really excited and he was like, yeah, dude, I would play that in a heartbeat. And he like actually asked for my like user info and stuff so that he could watch my streams when I'm streaming. Used to work there, a lot of cool people. Hell yeah, Gavin. Sorry, I knew it was like I know it's you, but it's like it's phenomenal. It's such a good place to work. Like I got lucky with the spot that I work in because I work in Frozen and no one wants to work Frozen. And I've got some like heated gloves and I literally just show up to work, kick ass, and then go home. And so it's like my job's not even that hard. It's just meticulous. And Loaf, that is the point. Is like I have had this idea in my brain for like 10 years, like not going down like a super emotional well, but I'm gonna do one a little bit anyways, is like I have always convinced myself that I was not smart enough or capable enough to build my own video game, and it kept me from doing it for so long. And I've been dating my current girlfriend for 10 months, and she's amazing. She's encouraged and inspired me to go through with making the video game. She's like, why can't you? Like, you're smart and you're capable. And she's helped me like go to therapy to start working on myself. And now I am 33. I have been wanting to make video games since I was like 6 years old. And that feels so good. Realizing a 27-year overdue dream and being like, I'm gonna go do this. Why did I do purple? That's supposed to be indigo. Shit. Indigo? Ooh, we found indigo. Nice. My bad. Purple is not a color. We want indigo. Oh, I gotta do white and black as well. I forgot about that. Okay, so we'll have to hit those as well. Okay, so rename this one. So delete that one. Goodbye. We don't want you here. Sorry, you did nothing wrong. Indigo. Well, I mean, like, the fact that you're able to, like, see yourself through that, though, Loaf, that's fucking phenomenal. I'm proud of you for doing that. Even, like, without a girlfriend, I think it's even more impressive. Like, it's not a contest, but if it was, like, you're phenomenal for doing that, like, without assistance. Like, it's just nice that my girlfriend just endlessly believes in me and is like, you can do this, do whatever you believe in. And, like, we talk about everything. Like, I have trauma from a couple previous, like, girlfriends and someone who, like, made my life miserable. And she's just always there, just, like, supporting me and encouraging me and spitting facts and being like, you can do whatever you want, and like, I believe in you. And she's just the coolest fucking human I know, and I'm so glad she's mine. And then she also like encourages this. She thinks it's cool. She thinks, why did music stop again? I do literally have relationship goals. There we go. Okay, music's back. You guys gotta start yelling at me when the music goes away. Be like, word of music, streamer, and I'll be like, oh shit, it's gone. Twitch back. There we go. Well, and the thing is, like, the biggest thing is you guys always supported me, but I just collapsed on my own weight of being like, I'm not good enough, even though you guys all loved me. Like, my friends have said this, is I've been streaming on and off for 7 years. If I had stuck with it from the first time I started streaming until now, I would be like 1,000 viewer Andy. You know, I would be doing it as a job. But like, now it's fun that I'm not doing it so much as a job. I'm just doing it as a way to explore and market my game, because it's like, as the game grows, I hope people find the Discord, and I hope people find the Twitch and go, holy shit, this dev has been working on this game for 5 years and fucking loves us. And I'll be like, you got your, like, yes, I do, you're amazing. Does that look better for black? Or does that look better for black? That looks better for black. Got it. All right. Well, that's fun. We just made one goofy emote by just doing like a bunch of like hearts of different colors. Wait, what's uh-oh? What did I uh-oh on? Did I mess up? Oh, that's all right. You know what? We got emotes done today. Maybe I'll work on some more of them. Maybe I'll look into how hard an emote wheel is. It's been really fun, you guys. This hour and a half fucking flew by. So, again, please make sure you join the Discord. If you guys are able to donate in the Ko-fi, that money is going straight to paying my musician and also the licensing rights so that we can actually promote and sell this game. Definitely join the Discord. If you missed the VOD, hi VOD gang. The VODs are going to be over on YouTube for you guys to check out. I'm going to upload this in like 10 minutes to the VOD, or to the YouTube, the VOD. Hang out in the Discord, give me feedback. I'm gonna start watermarking stuff so you guys can check stuff out. People who want to do clerical work, people who want to just like help out, that stuff is invaluable to me. So I really appreciate everyone tuning in. It's good to be back to streaming as a fun, casual thing where I get to fuck around with my community and make you guys laugh. Got shown the Fortnite Cybertruck? No Fortnite Cybertruck. I think that's where we're gonna call it, guys. It was really fun. Please, you also, like, my DMs are open if you guys are in the chat, you just want to say hey and, like, give me ideas and stuff. I am gonna be one of those game devs that, to the best of my ability, provided it doesn't get abused, I want to keep my DMs open. Like, I just want to keep making I want to keep making the game. I want people to DM me and say, hey, these builds are cool, or why didn't these builds get buffed and stuff. 24-hour stream when, though? I will talk to Brittany, and I will see what she has to say about that. And, Wolfus, I will definitely hit you up about some help. That's another thing, is if people want to help, I need to figure out what I actually need help with, but I would love to have people help me with it. But yeah, I think that's a really good spot to end. The music was awesome. This was a fucking blast. You guys are amazing. So everyone, please have an awesome night. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Or, no, that's so weird, because I used to stream all the time. Oh, that's so funny. I guess I'll see you guys Tuesday. Well, we'll see. I might stream tomorrow. Like, I gotta see what Brittany and I are doing tomorrow, because I don't want to, like, scare her away, if she has plans, because, we also moved. Yeah, you guys, no, I'm sorry. You guys get, like, 2 more minutes of stream now. Just kidding. So, like, my girlfriend and I, we just moved into our new place. And then I got sick. And I was supposed to work, and I worked one day, and then I got sick, like, 4 days. And so it's, like, all of that time, I've just been, like, holed up in my room, like, working on the game and, like, trying to feel better. And she's been super patient, so I gotta see what she has in plan for tomorrow. Because if she's cool with me doing whatever, I might stream tomorrow and, like, actually make some progress on the game. And if not, Tuesdays, 8:30 to 10, be there, guys, because I will be here. I will make a, role in the Discord so people can pick up that role, and then I can tag those folks. So you guys have a good night, and I will see you guys next Tuesday or tomorrow or whenever. Bye, guys.